welcome to a body weight, lower body, and core focused workout. For today's workout, we are going to work in a circuit of body weight exercises. We're going to repeat the circuit 3 times. So, no equipment necessary. Grab your water bottle and your mat. We're going to jump right in today with a set of squats to start our circuit. So, set your feet. If toes want to angle out slightly, that's fine. Whenever you are ready, starting by bending the knees, maybe reaching sit bones back. Thinking about when we do bend the knees, that we're directing those knees maybe more so out over baby toe side of the foot. When we feel ourselves settle down into squat and become ready to drive back up to stand, maybe thinking about doing so by really pressing your feet down into your mat or the floor beneath you. Nice little glute squeeze at the top. Another 5. And 3 more. Inhaling on that downward part. Exhale as we connect the feet, pressing the floor away. Well done. We are quickly going to turn this into a body weight lunge. So feel free to step your left foot ahead, leading right leg or right foot back behind, staying up on the ball of that back right foot. Whenever you're ready, feel free to just draw that tailbone down. Maybe eyes go on a focal point somewhere out ahead. And then bending both knees. And once again, maybe settling into this idea of actively pressing the floor away with the sole of that front left foot, ball of the back right foot, continuing to draw that tailbone down. Again, inhaling as we bend both knees, thinking about almost releasing or dropping that back knee straight down towards the floor, then activating, press back up. Another 3. And 1 more. Switching sides. So right foot steps ahead, you guys, left foot steps back. Same idea, just maybe hands to the hips or even just one hand to the belly, one hand to the low back. Tucking that tailbone under. Here we go. Once again, bending both knees. Thinking about actively pressing that floor away. Inhaling on the way down. Maybe feeling that back left knee almost make contact with the mat beneath you, using that as your cue, your indication to press that floor away, driving yourself back up to the top of your lunge. Last 2. Awesome work, you guys. So from here, maybe hands can come to the floor, maybe that front right foot steps back. It's gonna move my water bottle. We're gonna release down to the forearms for a forearm plank, But with our plank, we're gonna take this on the move. We're gonna press back into like an upside down V shape, or maybe what's known as dolphin pose, if you're familiar with yoga. So maybe treating our forearms in this instance, much like the soles of our feet in our squat or our lunge, where we're actively pressing those forearms down into the mat. Reaching those sit bones up. Maybe trying to settle the heels a little bit when we're in that upside down V position or dolphin. Traveling with our core. So 3 more. Very aware when we come back down into that plank position that our belly isn't dropping towards the floor. I think that was the last one, you guys. Feel free to land the knees, making your way down onto your left side. From here, we're going to transition right into a modification on a side plank. So left forearm connects to the mat. Bottom left knee is our kickstand. We're going to reach right arm over the head. Whenever you're ready, drawing right elbow and right knee towards one another. So inhale as we reach nice and long. Exhale, pull. Inhale to reach. Exhale, pull. So again, making sure that this left forearm is strongly or firmly connected to the mat. And really using some active intention to draw elbow and knee towards one another. Squeeze through right side waist. Here for 2 more, reaching long through fingers, long through toes. Well done, you guys. Land it down. Same thing, other side. So either flopping over, spinning yourself around, connect that right forearm, ideally right elbow underneath right shoulder. Okay, so think about that. And again, kickstand that bottom right knee. Left fingers reach. Here we go. So exhale to pull, inhale to reach. Creating lots of heat in the body here. So much efficiency to working body weight. We don't have to fuss with equipment. And just so much functionality, being able to really just engage and control the movement of the body. Staying lifted through bottom side waist. Again, nice big exhale as we draw elbow and knee towards one another. Last two. Awesome job. Feel free to land it down, transitioning down onto your back. We're really gonna continue to focus on core here through these last few exercises in our circuit. So interlacing those fingers behind the head. Maybe let's stack the knees over the hips. So we're in almost like an upside down tabletop sort of shape. Whenever you're ready, let's exhale to lift to top of a crunch position. We're gonna hold our top of a crunch while we release both heels towards the mat for a tap, bringing the knees back over the hips, releasing back to the head. Go again. So lifting to top of a crunch, holding or maintaining that nice crunch shape while we release both heels towards the mat. Again, with full control, drawing those knees back over the hips, elbows staying nice and wide. So just practicing lots of patience, lots of mind to muscle connection here with this little pattern, this movement. And again, maybe as we tire here a little bit, just thinking about the ability to maintain that low back connection to your mat. So think about maybe the space between the lower part of your rib cage and those front hip points, maybe closing the space if possible, drawing that belly button down. Let's go one more. And feel free to lean back of the head, bring the knees into the chest, just a nice little soften here. And then moving on. So let's lay on the right foot. So sole of the right foot on the mat. Let's take the left leg nice and long. Left arm is going to go out to T position. And then right hand behind the head or the ear. Here we go. We're going to cross the body for almost like a single-sided bicycle crunch here. So exhale as you cross. Inhale as we reach through those left toes. Resisting any sort of urge or temptation to want to pull on the back of the head or the neck, sorry. Maybe see if we can think about bringing a little bit more elbow to knee versus knee coming to elbow. It's going to force us to lift up into that kind of peak of our crunch position a little bit further. Last one. Awesome. So sole of the left foot can land. Same thing other side. Right leg extends long, reaching through right pointed toes. Here we go. Exhale, cross the body. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, cross. Inhale, reach and extend. So just embracing this nice single-sided bicycle pattern. Maybe sole of that left foot is firmly connected to your mat. Maybe that helps keep you a little bit more anchored and connected. And again, maybe we have a little bit more elbow to knee versus knee to elbow. One more and then one more exercise. So feel free once again to just let things release for a moment. Give yourself a little baby hug. And then whenever you're ready, making your way into a high plank position. So whether you want to flip right over or like I do, flip through, feel free. Setting up in this nice high plank. Let's step the feet nice and tight towards one another, towards our midline. We're going to step then wide with right toes. Toes come back to midline. Left toes step wide, back to midline. Little trick. Land both knees. Keep the toes connected. Inhale to release the chest into a push-up. Exhale, press that floor away. Picking up the knees again. So back to right side step wide. Toes back to center. Left toe step wide, back to center. Land the knees, release the chest. Get mad, press floor away, pick up the knees, and so on. I'm going to start to pick up pace with this, you guys, just to create a little bit more of a cardiovascular effect here. Take it at your own tempo, completely up to you. If you do decide to move a little bit quicker, just make sure that you're doing so with very strong, detailed form. Maintaining that nice, strong plank position on those step wides. Picking up through the belly button. Connecting strongly down through palms of the hands. Let's do one more. And when you're back up out of that push-up, feel free to take the knees nice and wide, settle the hips back. Releasing into a nice big child's pose, little pause. And whenever you're ready, feel free to slowly make your way back up to stand. Feel free to grab a drink on the way past. Working back through that a second time. So no changes to any of the exercises. We're going to set up first off in that squat position and then work our way into those body weight lunges. So whenever you're ready, find your just nice squat stance and then inhale, bend the knees, reach the sit bones back. Exhale, press the floor away. So here for a nice steady set of 15. Again, maybe picking up tempo slightly. Now that we've connected, we know where we're going with our sequence, our circuit. But again, always being mindful of engaging with proper form. Another 5, you guys. Actively pressing that floor away. Just igniting the strength in the legs to press ourselves back up to stand. One more. Well done. Body weight lunges. Let's step right foot ahead this time. That means left foot obviously steps back. Drawing that tailbone down, pelvis tucks under. Here we go. Inhale to bend both knees. Exhale. Again, pressing that floor away. Eyeballs may be arriving back on the focal point you had in round 1. Lots of burn here. Here for 15. Maybe continuing to engage with the breath. So inhaling on the down. Exhale, pressing ourselves back up out of lunge. Last 2. Awesome job, you guys. Switching sides. Left foot steps ahead, right foot steps back. That active intention of drawing tailbone down. Here we go. If hands on the hips is just not feeling right for you here, again, maybe hands can come to chest. Sometimes airplane can be helpful as well. So lots of option there, you guys. Pick where you want to be. You certainly do not have to copy me. Sometimes I find with hands on my hips, I'm just a little bit more aware of the position of my pelvis, of drawing my tailbone down. Last 3, bending both knees. One more. Awesome work. So that forearm plank and then press back to V. So maybe finding your way to high plank position first, releasing to those forearms. Whenever you're ready, feel free to press through the forearms, almost like we want to press that mat or that floor away from us as we travel with our core back to that nice dolphin position. Maybe an exhale as we press back to dolphin or V. Inhale as we release the body. back to plank. Not letting the belly lag behind on that press back, not letting it lead or get away from us on our release back to plank. 2 more. Awesome job, you guys. Land it down. Let's set up on right forearm first. That right knee will be our kickstand. We're going into that nice little side plank with that little oblique type pull or crunch. Here we go. So actively thinking about drawing elbow, left knee towards one another, staying lifted through the underside of that right waist, or right side waist, sorry, pressing down through right forearm. Creating lots of tension. We're in control of both pieces of this little movement. So the pull and the extender, the reach, both parts matter. Reach long through the tips of the fingers, long through the tips of those left toes. Moving with tons of intention, tons of integrity here. 1 more. Awesome job, you guys. Land it down. We know this. Same thing, other side. So left forearm connects to the mat. That bottom left knee is our kickstand. Right fingers go over the head. Here we go. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Here for 15. So nice big set. Continuing to think about pressing that mat away from us by activating down through left forearm. That's going to fire up the shoulder. Picking up through the underside of our waist. Reaching through fingers and right toes. 1 more. Nicely done. Land it down, maybe making your way down onto your back. This is going to be that crunch with that almost like a double style dead bug idea. So stacking knees over hips, we're flexing our feet. If we had fingertips here, we are like our upside down tabletop. You should be able to flip us over and we would land in tabletop position. It's just another way to think about this. But for now, interlace those fingers, hands behind the head. Here we go. Exhaling to lift to top of a crunch. Releasing both heels towards the mat for that lovely little double tap if you can. If tapping the heels to the mat is causing that low back area to peel from your mat, then shorten your range. The reach of those heels could just be maybe a very energetic thought, not necessarily a fact, and that's completely fine. I would much rather us think about that low back connection than having to absolutely tap the heels. So continuing to draw that belly button down, resisting the urge to want to pull or tug on the back of the head or the neck. Really allowing the upper abdominals to perform that curl and maintain the hold of that abdominal curl or crunch. And then activating through the deeper part of the core by releasing those heels. 1 more. And feel free to bring the knees in. Give yourself a hug, comfortably landing the back of the head for a moment. And we are going into those crossbody bicycles. So land the sole of the left foot. We're switching starting side on all of our individual or single-sided exercises on this second round. So right arm out to T. Here we go, crossing the body, left fingers behind the head or the ear. Again, thinking about really activating, mentally connecting to the upper abdominals. Let them activate to lift you up and away from the mat, crossing through your midline as we reach the left elbow towards that right knee. Then reaching long through the right toes on that extension. 3 more, you guys, then going into opposite side. Well done. Land the sole of the right foot. Extend the left leg. Point left toes. Setting it up. Here we go. Crossing the body. So tons of core here within this entire circuit, but especially as we taper towards the end of it here. Staying committed. Connect the sole of the right foot. Nice, energetic cross of the midline. Reach through left toes. One more. Feel free to land. Nice little release. We know we have a very tricky exercise to finish off our second round. We are back to that high plank with those step wides and then into that modified push-up. So flipping yourself over or flipping yourself through whenever you are ready. Ground the palms, step the feet to the midline, and then step one set of toes wide. I guess really it doesn't matter which ones. Next toe step wide, release your knees. Here's our push-up. Keep going. So once you've found your tempo, just looking to maintain it. It doesn't have to be quick. Good form always comes first. Continuing to breathe, lifting up through that belly button, grounding down through palms. Thinking about this ability to travel with our core as we release down into this lovely little modified push-up. One more. So don't let the core get away from you. And feel free to settle into child's pose. With your child's pose, sometimes just flipping the direction that your palms are facing. So instead of down, they can face up. If you'd like, gives you just a different release or sensation through the shoulders. Up to you. And whenever you're ready, feel free to draw up. Taking time to hydrate, so maybe grabbing for that water bottle and taking this into round 3. So once again, you guys, no changes. We're going to stick with the exact same format. These are some of my favorite body weight exercises. And body weight doesn't mean easy. It's certainly not a holiday. It should be a sweaty, kind of tricky workout here. Setting your feet for squats. Here we go. Bend the knees, reach the sit bones back. Inhaling on the way down. Once again, exhale as we press the feet down into the mat, down into the floor. Maybe just taking a moment to refocus our efforts. We know this is last time we have to do it. So maybe just setting an intention to work really hard right through the end of our time together here. 2 more. Well done, you guys. So we know we're going into lunges. We know the drill. Left foot steps ahead this time. That means obviously right foot steps back. Again, I'm a broken record. Draw that tailbone down. Here we go. Bend both knees. Press floor away. You decide where hands maybe feel best or most beneficial for you. Okay, I'm not picky with that. You decide. Feeling for that back right knee to maybe just start to graze the floor or the mat beneath you. Utilizing that as your cue to activate. Press back up. 2 more. Awesome job, you guys. So right foot ahead, left foot back. Into position here. Tuck the tailbone. Bend both knees. Right back into this. Maybe eyeballs have once again landed or settled on a stationary focal point somewhere out ahead of you. Another 5, you guys. Then we go into that forearm plank, pressing back to that V. Last 2. Good work. Find your way into 4, or I guess high plank first maybe, and then transitioning down to those forearms. When you're ready, exhale, pressing back to dolphin pose or that V, and then allowing yourself to release back to forearm plank, making sure that our core is traveling with us. It's not being left behind as we press to V. It's not allowed to lead as we release back to plank. Another 5, and then we're going to transition down onto our left side for that modified side plank with that oblique work. 2 more. Nicely done. Feel free to land those knees. Making your way down onto that left forearm. Kickstand, bottom left knee. You guys know this. Reach through right fingers and through right pointed toes. Nice big pull. Inhale to reach. Exhale. Nice big pull again. So really activating, connecting left forearm to the mat. Staying lifted through underside waist. And creating that heat, that resistance by actively, with intention, drawing elbow and knee towards one another. And then actively reaching tips of the fingers, tips of the toes away. So digging deep. Let's go 1 more. Awesome job. Feel free to land it down other side. So fairly quickly, allowing ourselves to set up. So right elbow underneath right shoulder. Here we go. Exhale to pull. Inhale to reach. Almost like a draw for 2, reach for 2. Like we want to make our left arm and left leg just a little bit longer with every repetition. Tons of intention. I know we're tired, but utilizing some of these little cues to just stay very focused. 2 more, you guys. Well done. Feel free to land the body down. Making your way down onto your back. This is our crunch with that double heel tap. So interlacing the hands behind the head. Feel free to stack the knees over the hips, flexing the feet. Here we go. Exhale to lift to top of a crunch. Both heels release. I almost just released only one, my right heel. Both are releasing. I should know that by now. 3rd time should be a charm here. You guys know this anyway. Exhaling to lift to top of a crunch. Maintaining that shaper position. Maybe an inhale as we release both heels. Exhale the breath to stack the knees back over the hips. Inhaling to release the back of the head. Maybe just letting the head comfortably relax into that nice little basket. The hands make back there by interlacing the fingers. Head and neck relaxing into that shape. Elbows staying nice and wide. Low back staying connected to the mat. Let's do 1 more. Awesome job, you guys. Little breather, land the back of the head, draw the knees in, nice big hug. And then maybe feel free to connect the sole of the right foot here. Let's extend those left toes, left leg nice and long, right hand behind the head or the ear. Here we go. Cross body bicycle. So exhaling to cross the body. Inhale, opening things back up. And on that open, back of the head, right elbow, not necessarily resting or landing on the mat. Another 5, you guys, then right into that other side. So 2 more. Awesome job, you guys. Land the sole of the left foot, right arm out to T, left hand behind the head. Right toes are pointed, caressing the body. We can almost see, maybe almost taste the finish line here. Again, if necessary, maybe utilizing the connection down through the sole of that left foot to prevent us from maybe wiggling around on our mat, allowing it, to help us stay anchored. Another 3. One more. Awesome job. Land back of the head. Knees can come in. Giving yourself just a moment here. We know we have one very tricky exercise left to complete. So either flipping over or like me flipping through. Setting up in high plank, feet at center, nice and tight. Here we go. One set of toes step wide. Then the other. Landing those knees, keeping those toes curled under as you release down into that lovely little push-up modification. Continuing to breathe. Again, maybe picking up tempo if you should choose to. And not losing control or connection to the core. So belly button, drawing in and up, not letting the belly lead on our way down into that modified push-up. Carry it with you, travel with it. Don't leave it behind either when we press back up. Easier said than done. This is last push-up. Well done, you guys. Nice child's pose to finish off our workout. Again, either palms can face down or palms can face up. Choices completely up to you. Maybe even a little bit of both. You could start with palms down and then flip to up if you choose. And then whenever you're ready, feel free to draw up. Thank you for joining me for our body weight workout. Yes, body weight does not necessarily mean easy. It's easy to be fooled. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you soon.